This is Open Mic Radio.
You know it. It's KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon, which means it is once again time for Open Mic Radio. We're going to get it rolling with one from our featured guest today. This is Mr. John Galbraith. All right, John, let's do it.
The sun to come out. I can't remember December. Another year's come and gone. Yesterday was September, and I've forgotten everything that I've done. Baby, tomorrow I see you. Maybe someday you'll come. Maybe the future gets brighter. It's always darkest before the dawn. Where were you when the lights went out? Where were you when I heard you call my name? Standing in the corner, lost in the crowd, waiting for the sun to come out. For the sun to come out.
All right, I love starting the show like that. Welcome to the program. It is Open Mic Radio. Saturday, December 3rd. Glad you're with us. We do this every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. Live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands, certainly no doubt today. My name is Mike Hagan. I'm joined once again by Kind Kurt, providing the theme music and some camaraderie. What's up, my brother?
Hello, Millersburg.
Hey, Millersburg today. Good to have you all you out there from wherever you might be listening, whether you're traditionally doing so on the radio with the 89.5 on the FM dial, or perhaps you're listening live over the internet, kopn.org. Either way, we love it, and great to be with you this afternoon. Okay, Yes, we feature awesome local and regional music and the artists who create it, and love to do it. Pretty dang nice weather, though, I got to tell you, for December. Great weekend so far.
Yeah.
Always a lot to do in Columbia. Hope you find a way to enjoy it. First Friday yesterday, busy night downtown. Living Windows. I don't know if you're all into
The
that.
windows are alive.
It was like some sort of a creepy movie or something. But Living Windows, sort of a traditional celebration for the holidays here in Columbia downtown. Kind of cool stuff happening. And
I was walking by them.
Did you have Adeline down?
They were kind of like breathing in and out. I was walking by, like,
That was the psilocybin, I think.
Well, okay.
What did you?
Or whatever else was put in my coffee.
Did you have Adeline? Did you take a walk with her downtown? Maybe.
Yeah, I was not able to do that.
No,
last
okay,
night.
maybe she was with her
But
mom.
I was walking around getting my steps, getting my 10,000.
All right,
and then some.
You need to do it.
There's
We
a
gotta
lot
keep-
of people around there.
We got to keep Kind Kurt in shape. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
that's right. Yeah.
All right.
That's hard to do.
Okay. Anyway, great stuff out there. A lot of good live music last night as well, and tonight. So we're gonna kind of go over that in a little bit here. We'll have the phones open as well. So give us a scoop if you did something fun last night. A lot of great music and entertainment last night. Let me know what's up. All right. 573-443-8255 if you'd like to. Say hello, okay? All right, I'm looking forward to the show this afternoon. With us in the studio today, we have the one and only John Galbraith. John is a great songwriter and one of my favorite guitarists. He's involved with any number of projects at any given time. We'll spend some John with time. We'll spend some time with
some
time with John, and he's going to play some songs for us. And I think we're going to get a
I
visit.
like that one. What's that one called?
Where were you?
Where were
Nice.
you? On a new record, actually, that John has out now.
I was at KOPN,
Yes.
apparently.
We're that's where we're broadcasting from today as well. Yeah. All right.
It's convenient.
Anyway, also the guys, or at least a couple guys from Elephant Foot, I think are going to stop by. They've got a big show tonight, so we'll visit with them.
Very big show.
A really big show. We're going to talk with them a little bit, perhaps. And I think Justin Hickerson may stop by. We'll see. Never know with Mr. Justin. But yeah, anyway, we'll have some fun like we always do. All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We will do a rundown of some of the things that are happening around town tonight and tomorrow as well. I got that, Kurt. I got kind of put something together for you. Again, lots to do out there, so get out there and do it. Have some fun, all right? We are down here at the new KOPN facilities, 401 Bernadette Drive. We love it. We're starting to settle in here, even though it's still a little bit hectic out there in the main room. We've got a lot of music to sort of library and put
It's
away.
still hard for me to get up the steps here at KOPN.
Yeah, it's
and
what-
there's no steps.
It's just a little bit of a
It's a thing.
like a
You
one
managed to get me in here.
1 degree rise from the parking lot to the building. But Kurt's struggling.
It's a horizontal.
Anyway, we're loving it here at the new place. All right, and settling down and settling in, and turned out to be something that was not only necessary for KOPN, but something that's been really a positive move, I think. So anyway, phone lines open. Give us a call, 573-443-8255, 573-443-7380. A couple more things. We'll get back to the music. Big thanks to TK grooving on the one mic since 2 o'clock. Tell you what, she had a really cool thing going this evening or this afternoon. That last hour, a little bit of a reggae vibe going. I was digging it. So anyway, before that, Morgan and a Motherland Jam. And I forget the gentleman's name, but TK sharing her spot with another guy who did the first hour today from 2 to 3, and he did a great job as well. And I'm sorry I forgot his name or what his sort of call sign is. But anyway, great stuff. TK from 2 to 4 every week, one mic. All right, Morgan and the Motherland Jam from noon to 2. Great stuff from around the continent of Africa. Morgan takes you on a safari every Saturday afternoon. Great music on the Motherland Jam. We do it from 4 until 6. And stick around. Rashumba and a reggae party.
Reggae party, man.
Coming at you 6 o'clock until 8. And once again, the best in roots rock reggae music right here from Columbia, Missouri. And 8 to 11, stick around. Wonderful blues music with Blues on Broadway with Chris, all right?
Blues on Worley.
Blues on Worley, perhaps.
And Bernadette.
Yeah. Keep it dialed in here, KOPN, round the clock, all right? Your imagination station, 89.5 FM, streaming at kopn.org. Last week we had a wild show with some heavy metal music from a band called Provoke the Colossus. I'm surprised that the speakers are all still operating in the studio, and yeah, we had a great time with the gang. Provoked the Colossus. I had a little trouble with the audio, but I think I've got. I mean, I didn't have trouble with the audio. I had trouble getting a copy of the audio, the MP3, but I do actually have it now. I got it today, so we'll get that podcast up pretty soon, and I think John might put some video together for us. So
that was
anyway,
a great show.
Oh yeah,
I love that. That was a lot of fun.
Oh my God!
A lot of fun.
All right. Speaking of John Lamb, the awesome John Lamb with us from time to time.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, he's here today shooting some video of the other John Galbraith, in the studio with us, and we've got some great videos that John has done. Filmed for us over the last few months, and you can find that stuff on the website at Open Mic Radio. Actually, it's MikeHagan.com, and just click on the Open Mic Radio button. All right, and I'd love to see KOPN find a way to start to put this stuff on the website. I'm gonna have to talk with the with the engineers or whoever's running the website, because we've got some great videos that are being filmed right here at the station, and I'd love to see more people get a chance to see that stuff. So, anyway, I appreciate John being here, and. Yeah, John. All right, John Galbraith is a remarkable guitarist. He is with us for today's show. He's also a great songwriter. He's one of the busiest guys in the music business around these parts, Mr. John Galbraith. He's been with us many times over the years, and recently playing some stuff. You were here, a month ago or so with Will Reeves, playing some of the new Penny Marvel material. But hey, John, thanks for coming down. Love to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. We have a limited amount of time, so let's get another song from you, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about your new record and the show that's coming up next week. And I might play a couple tracks from the album as well. But let's get one from you here in the studio.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Okay. Once again, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. John Galbraith in the studio with us this afternoon, and we're just going to let him do one for us.
This one's called A Love Forsaken.
Great stuff, John. I always look forward to new music from you, because it's always different than the stuff that you did last time, or at least it tends to be, and I always enjoy it. So you have a new record, and I've got a copy of it here, and I'm going to leave it here for other programmers here at KOPN to play some of these songs. They're fantastic. It's the John Galbraith Trio, JG3, and the record is called Another. Okay. Give us the lowdown on this new album.
We started it at Will's Centro Cellar Studio in August and just finished it last month. So I guess we spent 3 months on it. And
who's involved in the JG3 Trio these days? I know Peter's still playing drums for you, but I think you got a new bass player.
Yeah, Peter Lemire plays drums and sings backup, and Joshua Hickam plays
Josh
bass.
Hickam playing bass.
And and singing backup too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So are you doing some harmonies on this record?
Yeah, quite a bit. Peter's really good about coming up with harmonies, and he was like a choir boy and stuff. So, and we have Andrew Weir on like 3 songs from Bachman.
All right.
And whoever else. He plays with Penny Marble too. So
Yeah.
and he's the only one besides us 3 that's on it.
Okay. All right. And I guess you recorded probably at Will's place?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. What's your background with Will? Have you done, I mean, how many records have you actually recorded now? I'm familiar with at least 6 or 7 of them. There's got to be more than that.
I don't know, maybe 14, 15 or so. I don't know. It's all of them are on Bandcamp somewhere, but there's probably 12 that's under my Bandcamp, under John Galbraith, and there's like 3 under the Gold Bugs, and there's 1 under Mondo. Yeah, those are my 3 Bandcamp pages. So those are old bands. So.
All right. It's been a while since we actually talked about your own background and stuff. So for people who aren't really familiar, I mean, are you from the Columbia area? Are you a Midwestern guy originally, or where are you from originally, John?
I was born in Kentucky, but I was raised like southern Missouri and southeast Missouri and Mountain View, and then spent most of my time like growing up, my teenage years in Poplar Bluff. And then I came up here.
When did you get here to Columbia?
I was here for a few months. I was helping my friend Eddie Boster move his record store. He had a record store called Salt of the Earth. I helped him move it up here like after high school, and I stayed up here for a few months, and I went back down to my parents, lived with them for a couple years, played in cover bands. That wasn't any fun. So I moved back up here, and then I started playing in Eddie's band for a couple years.
Was that Big Medicine?
That was that's Eddie's band now.
Right.
And
for a long time.
Yeah, and I started playing with drums with him lately. But
really,
back then his band was called Dreams About Guns, and then he had a band after that called Fugitive Kind for probably 10 years.
Yeah, I remember Fugitive Kind.
Fugitive Kind, yeah.
Yeah, and so then I was here for a couple years playing in Eddie's band. Then I moved to Austin for 10 years and played down there. Then came back in 2001 and spent about 5 years not doing anything while my son was little. And then
he's quite a musician himself. Is he still playing?
Only for fun. He was majoring in his French horn, but I think he's sick of music. His main thing, he's majoring in political science now, but his main passion right now is his web comic, which is called Mean Gene. You could look it up on Webtoons.
Okay.
It's some weird stuff.
What is it actually like an animated a comic?
Yeah. It's a comic about this guy, and Gene it's either in the future or another universe, but he's a truck driver that trucks shipments to one coast to the other coast, and the mid coast and the middle of the country is just desolate kind of stuff, and there's like turtle people and weird stuff. It's pretty cool.
All right. Mean Gene. All right, we'll check it out. Okay, musical background, I'm sure I've asked you before, but again, for people who aren't familiar, you're a remarkably good guitar player. How did you learn to play? Are you just a natural? Did you ever take lessons? Do you have that in the family background? Did you have parents, grandparents, etc., maybe that were musicians? A little bit about that.
I think I had an uncle that played, but I was never around him. My brother plays. He played. He played guitar and stuff. My oldest brother plays. He's like 20 years older than me, 20 years. And he left a guitar around, and somebody gave me a guitar when I was a kid, so I learned a few chords, but I didn't know what to do with them. I would strum when I was a kid. I played harmonica a little bit, and but when I was 13, I started playing in my dad's church. He's a minister. Okay. And then playing
here in Missouri.
Yeah, down in Poplar
Bluff. Okay, yeah.
And playing in church, I was watching other guitar players and watching their fingers and learning how to play by ear. So, and then at the same time, I'm listening to rock music and learning Black Sabbath and Zeppelin and whatever songs 13-year-old boys learn.
Right.
I know real formal lessons.
I did have briefly. I think a few months. There was some guy down there. I went kind of intermediate lessons. I didn't like what he was teaching me, or else I didn't want to learn it or something. And so I quit that. He was
Sounds like my experience with piano.
Most people's experience with piano.
He was a really good musician, though. He had his little music shop, his little lesson room in his house. But I think he went on to play like steel guitar with Roy Clark or something at Branson or something.
Wow.
I think I heard that. I don't know.
Well, however you learned, you did so quite well. So well,
you said something about you're playing drums too as well. So you have a multi, like
I think John plays a bunch of instruments.
Yeah, a lot of instruments. So you just kind of go from there and just pick up a little bit of this and that everywhere.
I try to. I don't get, and I don't really say I play them, but I can get by. I can maybe play on a recording or something. I've been playing drums for maybe a couple years, a year or two or something, and then Eddie needs a drummer, and so that would help me. That would help me. I can practice regularly.
Yeah.
Where I can play with the band, and I play banjo a little bit. I play mandolin a little bit. I like mandolin a little more than banjo. Banjo's weird. But that's that's about it, I think.
Right.
Besides bass, any guitar player can play bass. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Equipment, really quickly. What are you playing today? This guitar you got in your hands?
Oh, it's a D18, a Martin D18.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't. I think it's the most expensive thing I own, including my car.
What do you play when you're plugged in, though? A little bit about your electric setup.
Oh, Telecasters mostly. I have a Jazzmaster that I've played. I like a lot, but I've played some. But mostly it's Telecasters and Fender amps, deluxe reverbs, or a Princeton if it's a small gig. I got a Champ. But
do you do a bunch of? Do you have you don't have a very significant pedal setup, if I remember right? Pretty simple.
Yeah. Just a few.
Yeah.
Mostly. I was starting to get the last album the JG3 made has like lots of fuzz guitar and stuff, and lots of effects.
That was something to hide.
Yeah. And I was putting together this huge pedal, and then I guess I got sick of it, and I didn't want to. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 feet long, putting all these pedals on there.
I've seen them.
By the time we played after that album was finished, because it was a couple years ago, it's hard to get gigs.
Right.
And I was kind of sick of it, and you always worry about setting up between bands too. At least I do. You only have 15 minutes.
Right. and the more technically complex it is, obviously, the more difficult it is to get everything correct. Right.
Yeah, and something could go wrong, and then you're like searching through all your.
Yeah.
So by the time
every one of those little bitty cables that go from one box to the next, and any one of those could be bad. It's crazy.
So by the time we actually played songs from that album, my pedal board was back to the little small 1 foot or 2 foot long thing.
All right. Okay, so the new record, are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your inspiration for doing it, and maybe compared to we were just talking about Something to Hide, which was more of a rock and roll sort of a lot of heavy guitar, that type of thing. I haven't heard another all the way through. Tell me a little bit about the difference in these records.
Well, it's trying, as that one has all these fuzz pedals on it, so this one has very little for effects on guitars and stuff. I maybe used an overdrive pedal maybe 2 or 3 times, but mostly it's just the deluxe reverb and like the small Fender amp cranked up, or 2 Fender amps I think I had plugged in. So it's more poppy. It's usually my favorite songs of mine are usually like the short, simple ones with lyrics that take me like 10 minutes to come up with, and I don't have to think about. Plus, then it's easier to remember too. And then most of these songs, that's what they are. They're the short little pop songs.
Well, there's a style there too. I mean, your writing style is very Beatlesque sometimes, I think, and we've talked about Cheap Trick before. I always compare your guitar style to sort of Rick Nielsen, who I think is just an outrageously good guitar player. And nice. We've talked about that before, but your style is a little bit like his for sure. So, anyway, I'll tell you what. Let's hear one from the record. I want to hear the first song on the album called "Turn Uncertain." I'm going to play that for the listeners. Tell us a little bit about that one first before we hear it.
I guess that one's just it's just about being uncertain, pretty much.
Fair enough. I tell you what, the way the world has been in the last few years, that's a damn good way to start a record. So, all right, let's do that. And we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more with John. We'll get one more live from him in the studio before we send him off. What do you got going tonight? You got something going?
Oh, I'm playing with Clayton Hicklin's bluegrass band at Jazz. I played with him a couple times. A few months back, I played a couple gigs in one day with him.
Yeah, that's cool. They're doing shows at Jazz now. I know the Daves have been down there a couple times. And have you? Is this the first time that you've done that show?
Yeah, I've never played at Jazz before.
Yeah,
I played with Clayton before, but I've never played at Jazz. I've
What-
been there before.
I'm not really familiar with Clayton's music. Is he a little? Is he a talented dude? I'm sure he is. If you're
he's-
playing with him.
Yeah, he's a really good guitar player. He has tonight. He's got Austin Wilson on bass and Joe Hinklebean on mandolin.
Oh, awesome.
And then I got to figure out. I guess I'm playing along, see if I know what they're doing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's come back and talk with John in a minute. But in the meantime, we're going to hear one from the John Galbraith Trio. Their new record is called Another, and this is the first song on the album, and it's called Turn Uncertain. Back in a few minutes. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Where do we go from here when everywhere's unclear and every word that's said is so unsure? It's hard to know where to go. Some people seem to know. Some of us wander through life with nothing to show. And every turn's uncertain. What lies behind each curtain is never known. Living with choices made, taking the dues we pay, left with nothing to say, no other way. And every turn's uncertain. What lies behind each curtain is never known. And every path's unclear. And every word you hear tells you nothing new.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic stuff. New John Galbraith trio music. Record is called Another, and that one is called Turn Uncertain. God dang. Great stuff, John.
Oh, thanks.
I love the drums, especially the last minute of that song or so. Man, Peter was rocking it out.
Yeah, Peter's a great drummer.
That's fantastic. I'm glad that that he's been a drummer. He's been now with you for a few years. You guys really seem to have connected. So
Yeah.
very cool. All right. Let's see. We got a few more minutes. So let's talk about the album release show that's coming up next Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rose Blue Note, where's that at?
Yeah, December 9th. Yeah, Rose Music Hall.
Rose Music Hall?
We're opening for the Flood Brothers.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that should be fun.
I tried to get a hold of Jake and Gabe to see if maybe we could talk them into coming down and say hi this afternoon, but they had something going on. So.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, okay, so that is at Rose Music Hall next Saturday. It's probably...
Oh, a Friday.
I'm sorry, next Friday, the 9th. And it's probably 7 o'clock doors, 8 o'clock show, something like that. John Galbraith and the trio opening up for the Flood Brothers. Both fantastic bands, so that's going to be a great time next Friday at Rose. When's the last time you've done a show like that? Have you played Rose in a while?
I played it with Will with Penny Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
just a few weeks ago.
That month ago with Soft Crisis.
Yeah, that's Rashad's new band.
Yeah,
from the Cotton Mollies back in the day.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they were good. I think some of their members live here and some live in St. Louis. I don't know.
Okay.
It seemed like I got that impression.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if we can get Rashad down here and he'll tell us what's happening with that band. They're kind of new on the scene, I think. Soft Crisis is their name. Yeah.
Yeah, I get maybe they play St. Louis regularly. I don't know.
Maybe they do. Yeah.
It seems like it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, what else? Other projects you've got? You're always busy. Who else? You doing anything with Steve and Two Bit Steve these days?
I usually do. If you ask me, he's always got something going on. I think he has like a jug band going on now, and I think maybe a reggae band. I don't know if his bands are playing out.
Right.
But he's always got something going on. And I usually play with. I was playing with him with Two Bit Steve. We've probably played once or twice this year. Actually, we played a couple months ago. We had a couple of gigs. One was a private party, though. I don't remember what the other one was.
All right.
And now he's got different members, and I don't know if he's into the country thing right now or not, but I'm usually up for it.
Right. Yeah, he's another one of those guys that can play a lot of different styles. He's very skilled dude.
And he's always got a band going, or if he's not, he's got one working up. And he's always playing. And yeah, I was playing with Steve. I played with Penny Marvel. I was just recording with Will this week, a couple of days this week.
Recording what material for what band?
Penny Marvel.
For Penny Marvel.
Plus, I started like a country thing this week too, cool. And then for a country album. But
all right,
we're working on guitar stuff for Penny Marvel, which knowing Will, he'll tinker with it for a few years probably. He's meticulous. So
he is. It took him a long time to release this record that just came out recently. Yeah.
And I was recording some stuff with Jeff Mueller, Ruth Acuff's husband.
Yes.
This week.
Fantastic. Another great musician, great bass player, and
guitar player.
Very good guitar player.
Everything.
You can play the drums, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And recording wise, I've done some recording with Fumes, Lou Nevin's project.
Yeah, Shelley Peters singing with Lou.
Yeah, they did that Margaret Glaspie
Oh
tribute,
my gosh, fantastic, right?
I think I'm on that quite a bit, and some other Fumes.
What a remarkably great project! Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Lou, but getting together with Stella, I thought that was just outrageously good.
I don't know if that's still happening anymore or not, but if I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did some of that, and I've been playing drums with Big Medicine. Hopefully, we'll get a gig next year sometime.
I've been trying to get Eddie down here to the station for years. It's just not in his wheelhouse.
Really? Maybe
you got to drag him down here, John.
Maybe since you're on Saturdays, maybe, and in the afternoon, because he doesn't wake up before 11.
Yeah, maybe it was back in the day when we were doing this Friday mornings at 9 o'clock, and he was like, "Sorry, Mike." Right?
That sounds like he doesn't wake up before noon or 11 or something.
All right. Well, look, I'm excited. I always love your new music. Like I was saying, this is a cool looking record too. It almost has like a sort of Christmas feel to it. Actually, now that I look at it,
that's what I said
right?
to my drummers. It looks like birthday wrapping paper or something.
But anyway, the new CD from John Galbraith and the John Galbraith Trio. It's called Another. I've actually got the CD here in my hand. Are you doing? I'm sure there's a digital release on Bandcamp. Are you gonna do? Do you ever do vinyl or anything like that?
I haven't, but I would like to. But that's another $1,000 or $2,000.
Is that what? Like if you just want to print 100 records or something, it's gonna cost you a couple $1,000.
At least $15,000. $1,500. I mean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I haven't. That's why I haven't done that before.
Yep, I don't blame you. All right. So anyway, well, this looks fantastic, and
that's on Bandcamp. So,
on Bandcamp as well.
Yeah. Yesterday was the free Bandcamp day, so
okay.
I guess they'll have it next month. I don't know.
All right. Cool.
But you can listen or download for free too. It's on there.
Right on. All right. Once again, John Galbraith Trio. Find them on Bandcamp, and you can find them at Rose Music Hall next Friday night, December 9th. Going to be a great show with the Flood Brothers.
The Flood Brothers.
Yeah, that's going to be outrageous. So
doors are at 7, shows at 8.
Okay, John, you're the man. Why don't you play another one for us? All right.
Okay. I said I was working on a country song. This is really short. It's made a little longer on the recording, and I can throw a solo in there for a verse, but this is one of the songs we're working on this week. It's called If I Could Be the One.
All right, it's John Galbraith, KOPN Columbia, Open Mic Radio.
If I could be the one to hold you, if I looked in your eyes and told you, what could I ever have done if I could be the one? Saw you walking my way on the sidewalk down the street. What could I have said to you when we had yet to meet? The sun was below the skyline as the streetlights started to shine, and I wondered as you walked by me if you could ever be mine. If I could be the one to hold you, if I looked in your eyes and told you, what could I ever have done if I could be the one? What could I ever have done if I could be the one?
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Oh,
Thank you.
wonderful stuff. John Galbraith in the studio this afternoon. A pleasure to have him as always. John.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, I want to hear that record. You're going to do a bunch of country stuff? That's beautiful.
Yeah, I think I got like 12 songs at the moment written, so I put down basics, I mean, like acoustic guitar and vocals.
Right.
And some other instruments.
And will that be recorded with a band, or is that just going to be an acoustic record?
Yeah, with the band.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get Peter and play drums, and maybe Austin Wilson play some bass, maybe Josh.
Get somebody play a little slide on there for you.
Yeah.
Maybe Dennis or someone like that.
Yeah, I was wondering about maybe some pedal steel or something.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Right on. Okay, well, cool. Looking forward to that as well.
Cool.
All right, what else? Anything else you want to share? Did I miss anything?
No, I got, let's see, I guess December 17th I'll be at Dive Bar. I'll do a solo gig.
All right, fantastic. That's a Saturday, actually. That's 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
And that gives me a chance to say that Saturday afternoon we'll have Ray Fitzgerald and Chaz Premack both in the studio with us 2 weeks from today. And I can't tell you how excited I am about that one. So
Ray's great.
Yeah, Ray's fantastic. And
You've
Chaz
been working on that one for a while, haven't you?
Well, not. I mean,
Trying to get her in.
Yeah, it's just. Yes,
Just
absolutely.
a little nudge here or there.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyway, all right, John. Well, I look forward to the show next week, and thanks for dropping off this copy of the new record, and we'll keep playing it. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Take care of yourself. All right.
You too.
Tell your son I said hi too.
Oh, well.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Let's play another one from. Hey, John, what should we play? Let's play one more off the record.
Maybe All My Days.
All My Days. Let's do it. This is. New music from the John Galbraith Trio.
I love the debuts here.
Yeah, I love it too. And you're listening to it. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. This is All My Days from a record called Another. Open Mic Radio, KOPN. Come on.
Sometimes I feel like a setting sun. Sometimes I wonder, what have I done? If I take a look around at all I found, I can't complain. Listening to the sounds I'm making, taking me away. All my days, wake up to no one, get up and go, searching for someone that I don't know. If I take a look around, maybe I'll find someone like you. Listening to the sound you're making, hoping that it's true. All my days, I'm here, same as before. I fear something new ever come my way. All my days. Sometimes I feel like a setting sun. Sometimes I wonder, what have I done? If I take a look around at all I found, I can't complain. Listening to the sounds I'm making, taking me away. All my days, all my days.
All right, new music from the John Galbraith Trio. Really cool stuff as usual. As I mentioned earlier, John's one of the busiest guys around. He's got projects going on with lots of different people all the time, and one of the best guitarists certainly around these parts. So check out new music from the John Galbraith Trio, and next Saturday will be awesome. They're going to play live with the Flood Brothers down at Rose. Now, speaking of cool shows that are going to be happening at Rose, we have Tyler and Eli from Elephant Foot, a couple of our buddies who've been down here a couple times now over the last year or two, and a band that we really actually enjoy on this radio program. So they have a show tonight, and I appreciate you guys stopping in to say hi.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us. We're always looking to get in with you, Mike. It's always a good time in here.
No doubt. And tell us about the show tonight.
Yeah, so we're playing with a couple of groups that are on tour together.
Pretty big show, actually, right?
Yeah. I think we're really excited for this one. It's Little Hurt and Hembry. They're touring across the country together.
Both nationally touring bands.
Yeah. I think they're both based out of Los Angeles now, but I know that the frontman of Little Hurt, he was in the Mowgli's, which I know a lot of folks around town
might be familiar with that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's those two groups, and they were kind enough to ask us.
You
to
guys,
play.
and I think there's a fourth act as well. Brent Wilder.
Or Brett Windler.
Brett Windler.
I believe.
Yeah, I think he's doing a solo set. I'm not. Is that acoustic?
Yeah, I think it's a solo.
I think he's
acoustic
opening the
set.
show.
Yeah,
right.
he's going to open things up for us. So yeah, it should be a great night. If you're in Columbia, you should definitely come down and check it out.
No doubt.
Doors are at
You know,
7.
Eli, you sound so much like John Randall of the Hoot and Hollers. I mean, I feel like I'm talking to John. And I've known John for years, and it's like, God, he sounds just like Johnny Rand.
Well, I appreciate
We've
it.
got a surprise for you, Mike. Close your eyes.
Let me take off my mask, and here I am.
Maybe
yeah.
he's a shapeshifter.
I remember when I used to, when I was a kid, I thought Kiss was the same as Van Halen. I was convinced that they were
They're
the
not?
same
Is it-
band.
Superman
They were,
Clark Kent.
You know, wearing makeup though. So yeah. Anyway, all right. So awesome tonight. 4 cool bands at Rose Music Hall. Doors at 7, shows at 8.
Actually, shows at 7:30.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
All right,
And
I got
tickets
my,
are $18.
I got my autocorrect over here in the corner.
He's
18.
pulled the
Actually,
data.
fact checker. You got to have fact checkers.
Yeah,
these days,
absolutely.
right? Of course, most of the time the fact
I'm a
checkers
checker.
are
I don't know
bullshit,
about the fact.
But,
But I'm a checker.
all right, what's up with the band? What's the latest? You writing more music, recording?
Yeah. So after we play this show, we might take a little bit of a pause from playing shows for a bit. We've been working on quite a few new tracks. We're trying to string together a whole album, if you'd believe it. And right now, it's been like most of the practices have been like heavy writing practices, just jotting down new ideas, getting stuff fleshed out. So we're hoping to have a lot of stuff releasing probably around when it starts warming up a little in the spring here. Yeah,
because typically you release singles, or what you've done at least up until now. You kind of release a single now and again, but you really haven't released a collection per se yet.
Yeah. I mean, it can be difficult to kind of get enough tracks put together to release a larger project. And in the past, especially, you know, when you're starting up, it can be just practically speaking expensive to get your music recorded, mixed, mastered, yeah, get the perfect version. But now we've, you know, kind of got our roots in a little bit, and I think we're looking to really put out a more cohesive, larger project for people to enjoy. Yeah.
All right, very good. And the band is still the same as it was the last time you were here. In other words, the members of the band all the same.
Yeah, it's the 4 of us. You got 2 Drews.
2 Drews, Tyler, and Eli.
And Eli, yeah.
Did you ever find the other Drew?
He's
Last time you were
somewhere
here, you
in
were really
Columbia.
missing a Drew.
Yeah.
You can find
We were
him
down
tonight
at Drew
at
last
Rose
time, I
Music
think.
Hall. All the Drews will be present tonight, I'm thinking. So, all right, well, awesome. Have we talked about recording before? Where do you guys record? Are you doing it yourself? Are you working with Will, or who are you guys working with?
So we've worked with Will in the past, but then we also have recorded on our own, and so it's it's kind of a different beast. You know, sometimes like you go into an actual studio and there's a bit of a little more pressure behind it, but. Our drummer Drew, who we have found, he has set up his basement in Ashland to be this really nice recording space.
Really?
And so and it's really fun and kind of a little lower pressure, just to be able to go in there and lay down the tracks. And
Yeah, you're not worried about money.
you're
I mean,
recording
you got
on
the
your-
time to take all the time.
When
you
you're
want.
recording on
Do
your
it
own,
when you
what are
want.
you using to record? Like what you got like a program you're using? Like how are you guys going about recording on your own?
Yeah, so he's got Ableton, and he's got a whole mess of plugins. Honestly, we could spend 3 practices sifting through the list if we wanted to.
No, the technical side is amazing. I mean, the fact that we can actually do it now ourselves is super cool. But at the same time, it's a whole nother skill set. I mean, I mean to be able to understand the tech side of it,
His depth of knowledge is incredible in terms of what it takes to just get whatever sound you might want. When someone's like, is there any way we can make that sound a little warmer? And maybe, I don't know, the bass just feels like it's too present. He knows what that means, and he can turn it into the technical aspects. And he's also expressed to me before the levels there are to that kind of production work. He's like, what I thought I knew it all at 20 until I was 23, until I was 26, until I was 20. And you're just always...
You're always learning.
Yeah, there's just...
Yeah. I think that's the way it is with any real talent. You find that it's like no matter how good you are at something, you can always get better at it. And I'm sure.
And then you
sound
get
engineering,
30 and you
production,
realize you did know it all.
You had it all together then.
Yeah, tell my kids that. Right. Anyway, okay. Well, that's awesome, and I'm interested in hearing some new material. What sort of angle are you staying style wise similar to what you've been producing over the last year or two?
I would say stylistically, it is Elephant Foot, and it sounds like us. But yeah, I think it kind of is in that same realm, wouldn't you say? I think that we have, like, we've taken a more conscious approach to what the Elephant Foot sound is, and like what that means to us, and what the product is that we want to put out from that.
Okay, so to switch gears a little bit, for live show with Elephant Foot, what can people expect?
They can expect a lot of energy. They can expect some bass solos that are going to melt your face a little bit. They can expect to see a really beautiful mustache on Tyler's face. And they can expect, one or two key covers, chosen covers that have their place, but a lot of good original content. A lot of songs that you cannot hear unless you see us live, because like I said, it just takes so long to get stuff recorded.
No doubt, yeah.
So yeah, if you want the jump, you could come see us live, and you'll hear a lot of what's going to be on that album eventually.
Very cool.
Bass melting and nice mustaches.
Yeah, it's what better a time.
Right, and great music. Elephant Foot tonight with I'm sorry,
It's Hembry and Little Hurt.
And Little Hurt, yeah. All right, that's happening 7:30 tonight at Rose. Get there before that. That's when the show's going to start. All right, let's play a song from Elephant Foot, and then we'll come back and chat with these guys for another minute or two before they got to get headed out of here. I think what time you got to load up or load in over there?
We're hoping to be there all loaded in around 5:30. So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's do one here. I'm going to play "Getting On."
Cool.
Okay, and when we come back, we'll have the guys tell us a little bit about this song, but I'll let you hear it first. And that's not it. What's that? Watch this.
What's going on there?
Oh, I don't know. I was channeling some R&B. But here's "Getting On" from Elephant Foot. Back in a few minutes.
That was
Open
close.
Mic Radio.
This is our
Hey,
new,
wow, you
our
guys
new
really
stuff.
took a different
KOPN
turn.
Columbia. Yeah, Elephant Foot. You're listening to it here, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Awesome stuff. When was that one recorded? That was relatively recent. Yes?
Yeah, so that's our most recent recording. We wrote that song in September and October of 2021, and then we started the recording of that probably in February or March, I want to say. And yeah.
Yeah, really cool stuff. And who's your buddy who's playing the sax on that?
So that's Trevor. He is an incredible musician. We met him at a house show that we played with our good friends Ruby Lane. And
we had them down here a couple weeks ago.
they're great.
Yeah.
That was that was a super fun set. And yeah, we met Trevor at a house show, and he hopped up on stage with us, and he was like, anytime you guys want some sax, and I mean, how could we say no? Yeah. And I think you
might want to rephrase, but hey.
But I think and then he came in for the recording on that, and I think it was 2 takes, and we had it. And
he killed it.
Yeah,
and the drums, awesome. Anyway, excellent stuff. Elephant Foot. You can catch a little bit more of that tonight at Rose Music Hall. 7:30 is the show, and going to be great stuff. Wonderful night, actually, too. It's kind of clear and a little bit chilly, but it'll be a nice night out there at Rose.
It'll be cozy in the music hall.
No doubt about it.
Nice and warm.
I bet you get a nice crowd too. There's a couple of pretty. I got a little bit of attention. The 2 acts that are headlining tonight. So, okay, all right. So new material. We're thinking an album or an EP at least, maybe in 6 months, maybe certainly next year sometime.
Yeah, we are shooting for March of 2023 for an album. I think we kicked the can around long
Eli's
enough.
like you just said that on the radio.
Yeah.
You said that live.
Yeah. Well, you gotta give yourself something to hold.
No doubt.
Hold yourself to something.
No doubt.
So yeah, March or April of next year.
And when we get to March, it'll be about May or June, and then we'll release it.
That's who is it that always comes out and they'll never commit? It's the Fried Crawdaddies. Those guys.
They're very smart. They're very smart.
Yeah. Coming out.
Sometime.
But yeah, we kicked around the idea of doing it like 2 EPs or like 1 full album, and as a group that's released a handful of singles, I think that we've all agreed that a full album is really the next thing that
what you'd like to do.
Yeah.
Right.
8 to 10 songs.
Okay.
A full the whole thing.
Will you? I was asking John earlier if he's going to do vinyl or CDs or anything like that. Most people, or at least everyone, releases on digital platforms now, but it's a little more rare to see an actual physical copy of music. Are you planning to print anything?
We would absolutely at least make some memorabilia vinyls. I know, I would
vinyl.
want to own that
freak,
so desperately, but realistically, there's not like a crazy market. I would hope maybe we'd have some CDs or something along those lines, but yeah,
sure.
It's all digital these days. It's totally Spotify is the way to get your music out there.
That's the boss. Yeah. And do you have a Bandcamp page as well, or not?
We do. We have a Bandcamp. Well. Or wait, sorry, is it? I'm thinking of the I'm thinking of DistroKid, not Bandcamp. My apologies.
Bandcamp's worth doing. They get. Yeah. I mean, Bandcamp. I think they're a little bit more artist centric than somebody like Spotify. I think, but at any rate, that's between you and your manager. So
who exists? We have one.
Definitely.
No, we don't.
Well,
Eli, you can't say these things on air.
If you're out there and you can manage a band, please.
All right. Speaking of that, contact information for Elephant Foot.
Yeah, you can reach us on Instagram. Is probably the best way to go about doing it. At Elephant Foot Official. You just DM us on there, and we'll get back to you real quick. We've also got a Facebook page. It's Elephant Foot. And here's Tyler's personal home number. Just gonna say it on air real quick. No, but yeah,
1-900.
Lead with the social.
Yeah.
Lead with that's the hook.
Yeah.
People will
the social security number. Yeah, absolutely.
Tyler's got a sweet pad too. You
Absolutely. If you need his house key, you can hit me up. Just let me know.
Right. He wears it around his neck. Yeah.
It's under the fern in the backyard. Extra key. And then also,
between the ferns.
Yes, both of them. But yeah, also if you want to sponsor us or reach out to us about like booking or anything, you can also email us at elephantfootjams@gmail.com.
Okay, very good. And other shows coming up after tonight's show? Anything booked?
We're looking to just kind of buckle down on the
you
album.
said you're going to kind of chill out a little bit for a while.
If something comes across, we'll absolutely let you know.
I'm
but
sure.
yeah, for the time being, we're trying to kind of keep our practices recording oriented.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody has a holiday party or, big event that they want us to play at,
You're still available.
we're
absolutely.
we're
Okay.
available.
Well, I love you guys, and I look forward to the new music, and have a great, fun time tonight.
Thanks so much.
All right, tell
Thanks
the
for
rest-
having us on, Mike.
Great to be here.
Tell the rest of the gang we said hi, all right?
Will do. The Drews.
Yep. All right, we're going to play Highway 94 from Elephant Foot, and then we'll come back and play a little bit more John Galbraith, probably a little bit more Elephant Foot throughout the program, and we'll just kind of do radio by the seat of our pants for an hour. All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Check this out.
Up late, alone and in my room. No plans, no weed, and nothing to do. I get a text, I feel a buzz, it says it's time to come through. I grab a jacket, I pat my pockets, and I'm on the move. I walk through the door, I made my way across that floor, and then I saw you, girl, but I didn't catch your eye. I'm a little too high, so I couldn't find the words to say. Now I'm just standing outside, cigarette up between my lips. Then I look to the side, there she is, caught in the light. I give it one more try. If you get down, baby, I can show you the light now. I said if you just try, darling, I can show you the way. I can show you just give it a little bit of time. I'm trying to get to know you better, but I wanna do it right. So what do you say? She said, you're talking too fast. Slow down and follow my lead. She took me by the hand and took me to the backyard, baby. Fresh air is all that you need. Now we're just sitting outside. You passed the split, so I'm taking a hit. Then I look to your eyes, leading in the fading light. You can't deny. This feels so right. This feels so right.
Oh, yeah. So, I said I was playing Highway 94, but I kind of blew it and played Gimme Your Love, so I'm going to play Highway 94 now. And another one from Elephant Foot, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Check it out.
Oh, Summers always drift away. Summers always only seem to last a day. Beneath the tree, down in the shade. Grassy banks, yeah, you passed the J. It was June, or maybe May. 2, 3. Driving to somewhere, daytime mood. Oh, there, nothing's been bothering me lately. My hands on 10 and 2, I'm going 80, it's crazy. Switch up the theme, please. I got a brain freeze. Hands out the sunroof. Routine is daily. Maybe we'll come through. Depends if it's raining. Oh, oh, oh. Depends if you got me. Depends if we got trust. Don't know what we're doing, but I know that it's not love. So I'll step away for some time. I'll shift my way towards a peaceful paradigm. I'll step away for some time. I'll shift my way towards a peaceful paradigm. Whoa, 3. Summers always drift away. Summers always drift away. Summers always only seem to last a day.
All right. A couple great ones there from our friends Elephant Foot. Yeah, once again, you can catch them tonight at Rose Music Hall. 10 o'clock. No, 8
No,
o'clock. No, 7:30.
7:30.
7:30 show. Doors around 7 or so. All right. Okay. Open Mic Radio, KOP on Columbia. And had a great time there that first hour. Kurt, what do you think?
Yeah.
Hey,
I had fun.
That was fun. I love John, and he's extremely humble, and very
talented.
so
Extremely
talented,
yeah.
amazing. But anyway, I love listening to him play and
I
watching
love that
him.
we actually get our own little private concerts all
Pretty
the
cool.
time. Actually, it's yeah.
I like it.
I do like it. And I'm glad that John's here to videotape some of, not all of it,
Not all of it, but yeah,
but he's
the stuff he
he's
got-
capturing some of it.
the
So
the
people
last one
should
that-
check out what you're able
They
to
really
put
should
online.
look at those videos. They're
'Cause it's-
fantastic, and
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
John,
want to keep the concerts all to ourselves.
Right. I mean, John's a pro. He does it for a living. Now everyone's like John Galbraith. No. So John
yeah.
Galbraith is a pro. Yes, absolutely.
John
but
1, John 2.
John Lamb, who is our local resident videographer here at Open
Johnny
Mic
on the
Radio.
Lamb.
He is a fantastic videographer, and he does it for a living. And he does it just because he digs filming the musicians here during the show. I mean, he just does it essentially out of the goodness of his heart. So I can't tell John how much we appreciate it. But man, he's adding some great stuff to his own repertoire though as well, as far as his video catalog, because he's got some great stuff.
And you got to capture it while you can.
No doubt about it.
Capture in the moment. in
So
time,
yeah, the three that he got with Galbraith this afternoon, I think are going to be great. That last country one I thought was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, so Kurt is going to do a little rundown now about what's happening around town, and I think you're going to start in Jeff City. So before you do that, I'm going to start in Jeff City because Chris just called me a minute ago and wanted to remind me that Little Ed and the Blues Imperials will be playing tomorrow. It's the Mo Blues Association holiday party. That's the 4th of December, tomorrow. That's at the Capitol Bluffs Event Center in Jefferson City, and it happens at... I don't know the time. I think it's 6:30. So there's a dinner involved, and then there's music as well. But I think they sold out for the food. But you can still go to see the music. So check it out. The Mo Blues Association holiday party. I think 6:30. If you don't have a ticket already for food, but just go figure it out. Okay.
Figure it out.
Right? But it'll be a great show. Little Ed and the Blues Imperials tomorrow at the Blues Association holiday party, the Mo Blues Association. Okay?
Yeah.
And tickets on the web at moblues.org. I guess that's probably the best place to go find out. moblues.org or Will West Music in Jeff City. You can also get tickets there, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And in sync as we are, I mean, speaking of Jeff City,
In sync?
in Fulton tonight at Brick District Playhouse is the K Brothers.
Nice. And I think Pat K is playing tomorrow at Cooper's, believe it or not.
Exactly, from 2 to 5.
Okay.
So he's going to bust off from a brother or two, I guess, and head down to the river, which...
It'll be cold. Damn.
Well, I think that
Maybe they got heaters now.
They got to go indoors, I would think, at this point, don't you
They
think?
don't have any indoors.
I don't know, used to, when Tobias and I were playing, we would...
Really? They had a
Go
way
inside.
to do it inside there?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I guess they must. I mean, clearly they got something figured out.
That was
So
we back by the bait.
they put you
Pretty
back
much
there by the
bait shop
in the
or
shed.
whatever.
with-
Yeah, there'd be little
with Uncle
minnows swimming
John
next to us, and
Yeah, I
it
know
was a
that. I
good
know those. I know
time.
those kind of concerts.
That's okay. We were
No,
closer.
thanks.
We were closer to the cooler for the beer, man. So that was all right by us.
All right.
We didn't have to go very far for a break.
Well, anyway. Okay, what-
Anyway, man. So there, but tonight, actually, right now, we got Sarah Parker is playing as we speak in California. At
California, Missouri.
that is correct.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, which actually I have another story
Knowing you,
alongside
would be,
that or whatever.
Knowing
man.
you would be like you would just talk about a
I had
concert that was actually happening in California State.
I had a friend whose father actually sold pianos in Kansas City, and he told me he had just started his job. Right?
That sounds like a mafia thing or something.
He had just started his job.
Sure, that's not code for
And
something.
No, he's
selling
he's,
pianos.
He's yeah. No, seriously, he just started his job, and it was like the second day he was on the job, and he had a couple come in to Kansas City looking for a piano to buy.
Right.
And I mean, he's going on commission, right?
Of course.
So the couple comes in, and he starts talking to him, but he's been going through all these other people, and of course, he's wanting to make his commission. He's starting his family, he wants to make his bucks, and this couple comes in, he's like, yeah, well, so where y'all from, or whatever, and they go, well, we just came in from California, and he told me he immediately turned around and tried to go to the next customer, and he had no idea there was a California, Missouri.
Well, live and
lost
learn.
the sale.
Lost that sale.
Lost that sale, man.
Okay, so tonight in
Live and
California,
learn.
what's happening?
Anyway, we got a benefit. It's going on at the 50s Pizza and Pub in California, Missouri.
Right on.
And right now, Sarah Parker, she's till 6:30. And then we got Andrea Larray from 6:30 to 8. Derek Wayne Brown is 8 to 10
Okay.
tonight. Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then at the Berg in Hartsburg, if we can make our way to Hartsburg, Dennis Lane is playing tonight at 7:30.
Yeah, we were just mentioning Dennis when I was telling John he should get someone to play pedal steel on that country record of his. Dennis Lane's a fantastic steel player. So
I wonder if he'll have that going on down there. If
I imagine.
if he's playing by himself, though. I don't know if it's like a full project or a solo kind of thing.
Dennis is married to I forget his wife's name. I'm darn it. But she's super talented as well. Maybe she's performing with him. Anyway, what else you got?
Oh, you know what? I forgot about the Bluegrass Martins in California at the Finke Theater.
Wow, they got a lot of action down there in California.
A lot going on in California, yeah.
All right.
That starts at 7 o'clock tonight. That's
Okay.
$17 at the door.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, get
Everything's
down there.
expensive in
New
California.
Bloomfield, we got at the Elder Blossom View Winery is having Sarah and Mark.
Okay.
They play around here a bunch. They
Yeah,
play
yeah.
at, actually, I believe at Jazz, where John was talking about.
They used to do a lot of shows down at Catfish Katie's, even though they've closed that place now. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother thing. We
Yeah.
need to reopen.
Yeah, don't
that
get me
place.
started. We should buy that place.
We should. Yeah, that I'm sure that would turn out well.
Let's start a Kickstarter. Right, we'll get someone else to pay for it.
Right. So anyway, and then making our way back here tonight, we've got Little Hurt and Hembray that we just saw with our friends Elephant Foot at Rose.
Yeah, that's going to be a
That's
fantastic show.
Yeah, and so the
Little Hurt and
Doors-
Hembray, that's a big. I mean, they're nationally touring acts. They're gonna, they're going to kick ass.
Yeah, and Brett.
Brent Wilder.
Yeah,
Or Wildner?
Windler.
Windler. Okay.
I believe. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's tonight, 7 o'clock, 7:30 the doors there.
Very good.
And then, let's see, at the Dive Bar at 8, Dick Johnson is tonight.
That is his real name too. I know the guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's a shredder guitar player. He has a band called English Brown as well.
Right.
But he must be playing some acoustic stuff though. But he can tear it up.
His parents must have had a funny sense of humor.
Come on, right?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah,
had
Dick
to
Johnson
know what they had
tonight
to
at
know
the
what
dive
they were
bar.
doing.
Yeah.
They were just thinking about the fans. They're like, let's bring
He's
him
going to
in.
be a
man.
rock and
He's
roll
gonna-
star.
Yeah, he's going to have him coming in.
Either that or a porn star. Yeah.
Maybe he's both.
Perhaps. You
Go
never
down
know.
to the dive bar and find out tonight.
Okay.
Right? I
There
mean,
you
you
go.
need to.
There you
That's
go.
a start anyway. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
So we did Rose. What's at the Blue Note? Did we do that?
Oh, at
you
the
didn't.
Blue Note- no,
it's
no,
the big bluegrass thing.
Yeah, the Winter Bluegrass Bash with Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas is there.
Yep,
and
Armchair
One-Way
Boogie.
Traffic, I'm familiar with.
One-Way Traffic.
They're
yeah.
playing there.
And also Fireside Collective.
Okay, so that's going to be a great show tonight as
That is
well.
going to be a great show. And
at the Blue
actually,
Note.
since we're not here next week because of Big Cat Matt and the Big Deal, and Big Cat
Deke.
Matt Deal and Deke, right?
Yeah, in fact, I will be here. In fact, you could come down if you wanted to, Kurt. Even though Deke won't be in the studio with us, we're going to get him on the phone. But I'm excited to engineer the show for Big Cat Matt Deal next week on Rockabilly Corner because he will be doing an exclusive interview with Columbia's own Deke Dickerson, who is a world-class and world-famous, actually, rockabilly artist right here from Columbia, Missouri, Hickman High School graduate, and actually used to do a radio program here on KOPN back in the day. So anyway, I'm super excited to hang out and chat with Deke for a little bit next Saturday.
Well, along those lines, though, since we're not here, well, and also it's even before then, it wouldn't matter if I announced it next week anyway. But at the Blue Note,
Yeah.
I just found out, and I'm just doing this. This is a personal inspiration to me. One of my favorite guitar players of all time.
Okay.
Is going to be Friday at the Blue Note, an evening with Leo Kaki.
He is a very, very, very great
Very
player.
talented. If you can go out and get
Yeah.
6 and 12 string guitar from 1969, his album, do it right now.
Leo
Put
Kaki.
it on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Leo's going to be there. So
Wow,
I think I know where I'm going to be.
that's a
I
big
think that was
show.
just like, well, Yeah.
No, I mean in general. Real cocky here at the Blue
I
Note.
can't
That's
believe
fantastic.
it. Yeah. Yep. So I would encourage everybody to go see that. 'cause
And that's
the doors
next week?
That's this Friday at 7 o'clock.
Next Friday. Or this coming Friday.
Yeah, this coming Friday. Yep.
The same time that John is going to be
Friday
playing
the
over at
9th.
Rose. Okay.
Well, we'll hop from one to the other.
I'm telling you, that's a big night of music in Columbia next Friday.
Big show.
Really big.
A
Okay.
big show.
All right, what else you got?
What else do I have?
What about, I think there's nothing at East Side. Well, they got karaoke.
Let's see. We were doing tomorrow at Rocheport
Berlin,
General
there's something
Store.
at Cafe Berlin. At the Rocheport General Store, there's something tomorrow.
Is the Deuces Are Wild at
Deuces
4 o'clock.
Wild.
Yep.
Okay.
That's another one for tomorrow.
Glad to hear they're doing some music again down there at the store. Hopefully they can pick that up.
Yep. And then what else do I have? I think that's about it, man.
All right.
Honestly.
Yeah. I think, the Pierpont store is pretty much shut down now for the season, I think.
Yep. And Cafe Berlin, I couldn't find anything on that.
Nothing at Berlin tonight either. So, all right, let's call that good. All right, and get back to some music here for our people who that's why they want to listen to this program.
That's what I prefer.
Right, I do.
Yep,
too.
especially the local stuff. I like what we're having, man.
All right, so let's do this. Let's play some more from John's new record. Let's play a couple from the John Galbraith Trio's new one called Another. This is. The second track on the record is called You Can't Hear Me, but I'm going to play a few. In fact, I'm going to play 3 in a row, and we're going to finish with the fourth track, which is called Where Were You, which is the first one that John played in the studio, and I want to see the difference between the live version here in the studio.
Did he tell us how to get a hold of that album?
He said go to Bandcamp. Yeah, if you find that's the primary place where John promotes their music. So just look for John Galbraith or the John Galbraith Trio on Bandcamp. And
we should have asked him.
I always link to them on the website as well. By the way, like if you go to Open Mic Radio, go to MikeHagan.com and go to Open Mic Radio. You'll see that all of the bands and artists that have been here on the program with us, there's a link to their websites or their Instagram or their whichever is their primary contact mode, and then a link to the show that we did and the podcast and all that stuff. So you should check out the website; it's pretty cool. And then there's also a bunch of those videos that John's done for the last few months. So
I wish we would have asked John though, like if he knew like what the deadline was for people to get a hold of his CD to have it at home for a stocking stuffer on Christmas.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess they'll have to
coming up quick, man.
They'll have to just go. You can message John on Bandcamp as well. So do that. Look for John Galbraith and the John
Maybe
Galbraith
you could order
Trio.
it and he'll deliver it personally.
He might just put on a red suit even.
Yeah,
you never know. All right, let's hear some more of his music. All right, this is new from the John Galbraith Trio. We're going to hear "You Can't Hear Me." That's sort of strange that I just said that. A Love Forsaken and Where Were You? Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
I'm not like the other guys. Never even tried, and I can't tell you why, 'cause I don't know. If it's all the same to you, I keep doing what I do. Nobody even listens anymore. You can hear me calling. See me falling down. be surprised if you look into my eyes, but the truth is too hard to hide anymore. You can hear me calling, you can see me falling down. You can hear me calling, you can see me falling down. You can hear me calling. I made a promise I can't keep. I write this letter as you sleep. In the morning I'll be gone before you wake. What we had before, I can't take anymore. I can stay with you now, I have to break my vow. With words unspoken, promises broken. I might be mistaken, but it's a love forsaken. When you read this, I'll be gone. There's nothing that you've done. In the morning, I'll be gone before you wake. I say goodbye to you for now. I would stay if I knew how. In the morning I'll be gone before you wake. With words unspoken, promises broken. I might be mistaken, but it's a love forsaken. Got a feeling you're leaving, but I don't know when yet. I can't believe what I'm seeing. True love is hard to forget. And the room's getting darker as your candle grows dim, and the night's getting longer as the winter sets in. Where were you when the lights went out? Where were you when I heard you call my name? Standing in the corner, lost in the crowd, waiting for the sun to come out. I can't remember December. Another year is come and gone. Yesterday was September, and I've forgotten everything that I've done. Maybe tomorrow I'll see you. Maybe someday you'll come. Maybe the future gets brighter. It's always darkest before the dawn. Where were you when the lights went out? Where were you when I heard you call my name? Standing in the corner, lost in the crowd, waiting for the sun to come out. Come on out. True love is hard to forget. Where were you when the lights went out? Where were you when I heard you call my name? Standing in the corner, lost in the crowd. Where were you when the lights went out? Standing in the corner, lost in the crowd, waiting for the sun to come out.
All right, there's a few new ones from John Galbraith, the John Galbraith Trio. They have a new record. John was here with us in the studio just a little bit ago. If you missed it, too bad. But you can check it out on the podcast, which will be somewhere out there on the interweb in the next couple of days. Find it at kopn.org or mikehagan.com. Anyway, John Galbraith Trio, the new record is called Another. We heard You Can't Hear Me. Again, that sounds so funny. A Love Forsaken. And Where Were You? That's crazy because Where Were You that John played in the studio was completely different take than the recorded version here. Anyway, tonight you can catch Elephant Foot, but let's say first that John and the band will be playing next week at Rose Music Hall Friday night with the Flood Brothers. That's going to be a great show. Yeah. Oh, pardon me, I didn't.
And that's at 7.
Yeah,
I think that's doors are at 7 for that as well.
Yeah, 8:00 show next week.
Yep. And
that's the same night that big deal Leo Kaki is happening at the
and you
Blue
just
Note.
walk up the hill. Yeah. Go check out John and then walk up and check out Leo.
All right, so tonight though at Rose, our buddies Elephant Foot are playing. They're helping out with a bigger show that's happening there tonight, and great gig for them because we got a couple national acts that are going to be playing right afterwards. But let's play another couple from
Little Hurt and from Hembry.
Yeah, Little Hurt and Hembry. Elephant Foot will be opening for them, and let's play one from them. This is Elephant Foot once again. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Oh wait, I better do this thing here.
Oh yeah, you got to do
I got to do the promo.
We got to do the thing. You're listening to 89.5.
I keep forgetting
FM,
to get people to do the bumpers
KOPN.
for us. Like Elephant Foot owes me a bumper, and so does Estrella, and so does Ruby Lane.
What about Provoke the Colossus?
And Provoke the Colossus. That would be the best bumper ever. How could I not have got... I always forget to say, hey, you guys, will you do a bumper? And then they can say,
we should just start the show out that way, actually.
First thing that we do.
First thing, yeah.
No, you got to kind of get loose with them first,
this
man.
is...
No. You got to get loose first. They may not know us, and by the end of the show, it'll be much more authentic.
Won't know.
Then they'll be much more disheartened.
Then they'll know us and be like, oh, my God. Yeah, you're listening.
All right. Okay.
You know what you've been listening to.
KOPN is happy to be a media sponsor of the We Always Swing Jazz series, presenting Etienne Charles Creole. An Etienne Charles Creole Christmas on Sunday, December 4th. That's tomorrow.
Hey, that's tomorrow, actually, at
the Blue
Note as well.
Yes. More information and tickets can be found by calling 573-449-3009 or visiting wealwaysswing.org. Once again, We Always Swing Jazz Series presents Etienne Charles Creole and a Christmas show tomorrow, Sunday, December 4th at the Blue Note. Find out on the web. We always
swing. Always swing.
We always swing.org. Yes, we do. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. How's
We
your
at least
afternoon
try our
going? We got a little time if anybody wants to call and say hi. Everybody always calls on that other line because they don't want to be on the air. But if you want to call and be on the air, 573-443-8255.
It's a nice way to remind us that we should have turned the ringer down. But, you know, we need somebody to call in every show to be like, oh, yeah.
That was the worst. I forget. We were recording somebody. And then somebody called right in the middle of a lovely
I bet you can go back
song.
and play it back, and you probably figure it out.
I think it was Drona, actually. I think it was Drona.
Oh, it was.
Right.
And remember, they were talking about the whole thing was everything is like improvisational and
Yes.
experimental.
Certainly
so
right.
it actually fit in perfect.
That's right.
It was a perfect time to call.
I had it all planned.
Yeah.
Open Mic Radio.
As you always do.
All right, 443-8255 if you want to say hi. 573-443-8255.
Call in and say Terre de Lou.
Say whatever you like as long as it's not ridiculously bad. And
is a
stick around, by the
family-friendly
way. Rashamba and a reggae party coming at you in about 20 minutes. So we've got a little bit of time to
get your reggae shoes on, man.
to play a little bit of music for you, and we're going to keep it going here with some more Elephant Foot. But call and say hi if you like, but you'll have to do it after this
But
song.
get yourself together and get down to the show. You got time. You know who you are.
Yeah, that's going to be a great show tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, everyone. This is Reason to Complain. It's Elephant Foot on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
To see where this thing is gonna lead. Like a scene from home, to get up again, but then we've grown. Caught up by thought, it starts to show. The sun will start dipping down, soon a familiar sound. Stand under a moon, tiptoeing around the topic. We're trying to be polite, barely even whisper in the evening turns to night. All the time we're keeping close, not too sure of where to go. I hope, I'll hope for what I do not know. 'Cause when the seasons change, I rearrange some things. Feel dead in winter, live in spring. The summer is a memory before it begins, and in the fall, fall in love again. Looking for a way to get out of my own head. Start working on something new. Things I left behind are taking up too much time. What would you suggest that I do? Everybody has a reasonable answer, but they also have a reason to complain. See, I'm different, drive too slow, I beg to differ. Yeah, it's simpler when you set a slower pace. Oh, I know sometimes it gets to me. It gets to me. Oh, I know sometimes it gets to me. It gets to me.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, Elephant Foot, that is a rockin' band right there. That is called Reason to Complain. I think that was one of their most recent ones. I guess it was Getting On was most recently released, and then Reason to Complain before that. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
You know what, Mike?
What?
I would be remiss if I did. Well, I have to admit I forgot a very important show tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down in Jamestown.
Uh-huh.
At 9 p.m. is Turner and Company at our favorite place, Twisted Pickles.
Twisted Pickles.
How can I forget Twisted Pickles?
We got to go there. I want to introduce myself to I'm going to get Twisted Pickles to become a sponsor of Open Mic Radio.
Yep.
That is my life's
that
goal.
should be one of our goals.
I really mean it.
Should.
If I could say this is Open Mic Radio sponsored by Twisted Pickles, that would be so awesome.
Well, when we're done, we should hop in your car and listen to the reggae party on the way down. We got time to get to Jamestown. We can be there by 9.
I need to talk
Check
to
out Turner and Company.
The person who works here at the station who does underwriting, and I'm gonna I mean this. I'm gonna contact her and say, look, we honestly we should be contacting all of these venues because we're doing pretty much a free service by talking about the venues and the bands that are playing, at all the places that we talk about. So it's an easy sell,
Yeah, it's a nice fit.
But hey, let's say hi to somebody first. And
do we have a caller?
Oh, what do you mean? Like you're surprised?
Is somebody listening?
Hi, it's Open Mic Radio. Hi, who's this?
Hey, how's it going, man? I'm Zach Harrison.
Hi, Zach.
How's it going?
Are you at Twisted Pickles?
Pretty good.
Oh no.
Are you on your way?
No, I'm actually headed back home, but I was hearing you guys do some shout-outs, and some friends of mine were playing tonight.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the Molly Healy String Project.
Wow.
And, we're doing a CD release next Thursday at Rose. Her new album we just released on November 19th called Lotus.
Yes.
And love for you guys to give a track a spin tonight. And she's playing with K Brothers actually in Fulton tonight. I think you guys announced that earlier. So, just a lot of connections to the musicians here.
Molly is so awesome, and she's been making great music for so long around here. And in fact, her and I I won't say we're friends, but we're certainly acquaintances. And I've wanted to get her to come on the program here, and she's actually said that would be great. The problem is, as you probably well know, she is so busy.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
she played at Orange Street last night, I think, before going to Fulton tonight. Yeah,
she is as busy as Galbraith, probably more so. But anyway, super talented young woman. And what's the makeup of the band when it's Molly and the trio?
Sure. So she actually rebranded it. It was the Molly Healy String Band, but she decided to change that to the String Project because it had some different iterations. But it's a 4-piece now. Myself on electric guitar, Kyle Day plays bass and upright bass, and then our drummer is Danny Carroll.
I know Danny.
Been around for a long time with Bachman. Yeah,
sure.
And then I played with Danny and Molly and the Hypnotics, and Kyle's been in lots of bands as well around town. Decadent Nation still currently.
Sure. Yeah.
But just a wonderful band, really good friends, and just extremely solid people too. And we're really excited. We actually sold out her CD release show in Springfield the weekend before last, so we're hoping to duplicate that effort here in Columbia next Thursday. But yeah. If you guys get a chance, please listen to the album. It's really great. Some of the best songwriting to date.
We'll play a couple tracks right now. When's the show? Is it Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday down at Rose Music Hall. We've got an opener at 8 o'clock, and we'll probably take the stage around 9. And we're going to do the album from beginning to end, and then throw in another probably hour and 15 minutes of other material after that.
Right on. That sounds fantastic. Well, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be there. I would love to meet you, and then I can put a rope around you and Molly at the same time and try to convince you guys to come down here and do a radio show.
Sure. You wouldn't have to twist my arm.
All right. I'm looking at Lotus right now. Maybe a couple of suggestions. I'm going to play a couple tracks.
Sure. I mean, the first track kind of starts off really big, and I think that was the intention. But personally, my favorite is to play, I guess, is Us and Them or Eye to Eye. And the album really covers a lot of ground. But
okay.
those are two of my favorites to kind of dance and play to at the same time.
All right. Well, that's. I'm going to play one. I'm going to play the opening track there, "Nothing You Can Do," or I'm sorry, "Nothing You Can't Do," and then we'll play. We'll play us and them. Maybe we'll play Eye to Eye if we've got some time here. But anyway, awesome. I'm so glad you called, dude. And
absolutely appreciate it.
Yeah. Take care of yourself and have a great show next Thursday. If I don't see you, but I'd love to come down there and say hi.
That sounds great. You guys keep rocking. Appreciate what you're doing.
Right on. Cheers, man.
Thanks for listening,
Thanks.
man.
All right, awesome. Yeah, one of the members of. Oh yeah, that's Mike. Yeah, Molly Healy and her new project. She's got a record out now called Lotus, and we're going to listen to a couple tracks from it right now. And like I said, hopefully we can get them down here to spend some time with us one of these afternoons. All right, this is Nothing You Can't Do. New music from Molly Healy on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Wow, new stuff from Molly Healy. I sort of lost track of time because I can't play more than that because we're about at the end of the program here. But check out the new record by Molly Healy called
Thursday.
Lotus. Yeah, and you can see them Thursday night at Rose. And I'm going to try my hardest to be down there. All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Email address, MikeHagan@MikeHagan.com. Send me music. I'd love to have you appear here on the program. We share your stuff with other people, okay? The website is MikeHagan.com. The podcast is cool. Check it out. Subscribe, whatever. Yeah.
We're going to be back 2 weeks from now, right?
2 weeks from now, although I'll be back next week with Big Cat Matt and Deke Dickerson. So check that out. That's going to be a great program. Yeah, it's Open Mic Radio. You've been listening to it here, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the weekend. Be cool to yourself. Be cool to other people. Check out Molly Healy and Elephant Foot and John Galbraith and all these other awesome artists that are here on the program. Stick around. Rashumba and a reggae party coming at you in just a few minutes. We'll catch y'all in a couple weeks. And remember, catch that Deke Dickerson show next week with me and Matt, Big Cat Matt. Kurt, take us out of here, my friend.